Hello friends and foes, I am Lee of the Reverie, and welcome to my comic review and analysis series. Today we'll be looking at Absolute Wonder Woman, issue number 4, The Last Amazon, part 4. The text has been edited to prevent copyright problems, and all art is owned by DC Comics. Go out and support your local comic book shops. Issue number 4 of Absolute Wonder Woman was written by Kelly Thompson with art by Hayden Sherman. In this issue, we are introduced to several new characters. Etta Candy and her younger sister, Gaia, who is a Kelly Thompson original character, who help Wonder Woman in her battle against the monster. In a brief flashback, we are given a look at Circe's past and our first look at Hecate. Towards the end of the issue, we are introduced to a new villain for Wonder Woman. On the first page, we are introduced to Etta Candy, who is a long-standing support character in the Wonder Woman cast. In this universe, she is a former detective turned private investigator who lives with her younger sister, Gaia, who seems to be a witch. It looks like they live in and run an apothecary shop, which makes a lot of sense for the witch. Gaia is an original character created by Kelly Thompson for the Absolute Universe. Her name is probably a reference to Gaia, the Greek primordial goddess of the earth. Fun fact about the real-life history of witches and witchcraft: a lot of ingredients we associate with witchcraft are just normal ingredients you can find in your kitchen with old and funny-sounding names. For example, Eye of Newt is just another name for mustard seed. This is what I meant when I said Diana's arm is a magical prosthetics. Prosthetics need maintenance and preparation, and here is Diana getting things she needs to maintain her prosthetic and reattach it. It's stated here that Hecate gave Circe prophetic visions of Diana's future, which is interesting because she isn't typically associated with prophecies in the mythology, but she is a goddess of magic, so there is a connection. I love the absolute absurdity of Diana's Buster Sword, how ridiculously big it gets. As big as it is normally, it wouldn't be able to be wielded by any human. Save that one guy who's training to be able to wield the Buster Sword on YouTube. The whole problem is that even if you're strong enough, unless there's a significant counterweight on the handle, everything's going to be off balance. But I guess that's not really a problem if you're a demigoddess. Veronica Cale in the mainline universe is kind of like Wonder Woman's Lex Luthor. She's a billionaire that worked for everything she has and believes that Diana isn't worthy of her powers because she didn't earn them. Okay, let's talk about the art. This particular variant cover was drawn by Jordie Bellaire. It's a very intense and sleek style with a lot of highlights, and I almost want to say gloopy? Not in a bad way, but almost like Wonder Woman is made out of a liquid metal that is being hardened by the fire she's surrounded by. I really like Gaia's design. It's a very good example of subtle storytelling through character design. Her white blouse has cross-stitching at the top, giving it a medieval vibe before flaring out, and her leggings have stripes. It's all very witchy. The panel borders shift when Circe is talking to Hecate, almost as if Hecate is altering and changing the very nature of reality around her when she appears. And here we get our first look at Absolute Universe's design for Hecate. Overall, out of the two gods we've seen, the design philosophy seems to be leaning towards giant, unknowable, non-human entity. For Hecate specifically, she is often called the triple goddess and depicted with 3 faces. So it's interesting that in this universe, instead of having 3 faces, she has 3 sets of arms. The Greek right here says, "Thank you, God." A very gory and detailed look at the inside of the monster, and a nice good shot for scale as well. This issue builds out Diana's supporting cast and introduces who I think will be her long-term villain. Giving Diana a character to talk shop with in the magical department, I think will be an excellent narrative device for exposition, as well as a good way for her to bond with this new character. Also, giving Etta a backstory as a detective will allow her to play a more active role in Diana's story instead of just being Steve's secretary. Also, introducing Veronica as the overarching villain is a good move in my opinion, as most of Diana's villains are either warriors or gods, so giving her a villain rooted in the human world who she cannot beat by fighting her directly has a lot of fun story implications and possibilities. Overall, I give this issue an 8 out of 10. Don't forget to like and comment. No AI was used in the making of this video. Farewell for now.